So it's 10:27. We had a bit of a late start, and we got away a bit late, but it is star date number 1. Somebody's choking on a soda over there, and we're doing daily Stardate video blogs so that the future generations of StarCraft persons who love RVing across Canada can see this.
Or maybe Dad's YouTube channel.
And somehow be inspired. Basically, here's the story. Don't fart in a camper when you have the AC on, because it doesn't go out. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Do your dishes right away, because otherwise they look like that. And go to sleep on time, which is right now.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's a cup in the sink if you want to wash that.
Thanks, you can do it. So we had a really good trip up number 11, except for about 50 miles of it, which was so incredibly rough and bouncy. My wife screamed 3 times. I'm actually surprised we didn't break a leaf spring because the road was so bad. But the old Triton is doing great. We had a fantastic time in the camper today, and very glad to have AC because it was 92 degrees, which was quite warm. Day 1 coming to a close. We're pretty excited about tomorrow. We get to meet up with some friends in northwestern Ontario, so that should be great, and look forward to another one. Bye. So, Nipigon. I'm in the middle of day 2, and I'm on this Watchtower thing here. That's like I don't know, some kind of lookout, nice view. This is a pretty old spot where the Northern Highway number 11 joins up with the Southern Highway number 17. And it's a nice place, man. There's the embassy down there. So it's actually really nice here now. We just came from way up north, so we were up to this place there. There's like a big band of hills that splits the Atlantic watershed and the Arctic watershed, and it's pretty cool, man. There's I think it's 364 meters above sea level, and everything on the would be that north side of it all drains into the Arctic, and then everything on the south side all drains eventually into the Atlantic, usually through the Great Lakes. So it's a pretty cool spot. I like to see these views and stuff. It's really cool to drive around Canada. So it's the middle of day 2. Well, maybe you guys don't know this guy, but that guy's name is Terry Fox. And Terry Fox was 18 when he got one of his legs amputated because of cancer. And he decided that that wasn't going to be the end. He was going to run himself across Canada, actually run across Canada. And he made it 3,380 something miles and got to this point, overlooking Thunder Bay, overlooking the Sleeping Giant. That right there is the Sleeping Giant, and that's how far he got. and we get to have a monument to him. And even today in the kids' schools in Canada, they still do a Terry Fox run all across the country once a year to raise money for cancer research and kids that have cancer.
He actually started at the easternmost end of Canada.
From here to the eastern side of Canada is already over 3,300 miles, and we have a very easy probably 4,500 miles to go. So it's a big country, and he had ambition. So we're here to just say thanks to Terry Fox. Hey, it's the harbor. Pretty cool spot, man. There's Thunder Bay right there. Top of Lake Superior. And an awful lot of stuff going on down at the harbor. Sleeping Giant. Yep. Well, we got to stay here in this beautiful wilderness. There's a whole bunch of deer that walk through here. And there's a golf course out behind. And then my wife's friend's house here. And across the road is actually a whole bunch of woods. And then the community ball diamonds. So the wildlife through here was just crazy. We saw, I think, 5 or 6 deer and a fox and all kinds of stuff. And really cool spot. Grateful to have these friends here to stay. So basically today we went up to what they call the camp. It's out east, we would call it a cottage. So we went up to the camp. We did some fishing over at the cliffs. We had a great dinner together and tons of laughs and just a super fun time down at the water and ripped around on the boat. Thank you very much for all the fun and the rides and stuff down there, and the kids played and had a good time, and that's that'll bring our day to a wrap. Now the last thing I want to make mention of is, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's the sun right there, and there's so much cloud. It's not actually cloud, it's fire smoke. It's forest fire smoke from Red Lake. So they've got a big fire up here in northern Ontario right now. It's over 700 square kilometers, which is a lot of land, and that's just burning away. And then we don't get to see the sun because there's just so much smoke. Like, there's the sun, full strength. It's crazy. So we've had a couple of cooler days here because of the fire smoke. When we pulled into this town, it was a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. And then the nights have been really cold because the ground's not been warming up. So anyways, there we go. Close to another wonderful day. And very happy we could be here in Thunder Bay and be able to stay in this beautiful spot. So we'll see you tomorrow. Well, this is what it looks like going through Manitoba. Basically, the whole place is just flat, and that's about it, really. So, we're making some lunch. We're stopped here on the side of Highway 1 and just cooking up some food, and that's what we do midday. Kind of just hang out for a little while someplace easy. And today we should make it all the way into Saskatchewan, so that's pretty cool. As best I can tell, everything's good. Do you have any news to report?
I had a shower yesterday.
That's news?
Yeah, it's big news.
That's the truth. Big news. Showers.
playing Pokemon.
Yeah, he plays games and stuff while we're driving. It's pretty cool. And you can hook yourself up to the van there. There's USB and fans, and of course you got a window. So if you have a chance, you can look around and see all this cool stuff. It's very flat. Actually, my sticker wall is looking pretty boss right now. I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff. That's a big train, and it's just going and going and going.
Oh my god. It's like extending into the horizon.
It's not done yet. There's still more train. There, finally over. These things are everywhere out here. I'm in the middle of the prairies, and these old trucks are everywhere. It's just crazy because they're not rotted, they're not shot at all. You could totally fix that up and just drive it. It's crazy.